Strongest, I'm going to go with the secondary. I absolutely think it's strong. I think it's the strongest on the team, even over the offensive line. The weakest position group, God, when I say weakest, it's not really weak. Okay. So when I say this, I'm just saying the weakest. That would be the linebacker room, but it's not weak. I don't think it's weak at all. Maybe the kicking group, that could be weak. But I don't think the linebackers are weak. I think Jack Campbell and Alex Anzalone are good this year. I mean, you can always get more depth, but man, like all the positions are pretty damn good. Really good. Hashtag Smashable. Who is the biggest North threat? Minnesota Vikings. I'll still give them the biggest threat because they did go 13-3, even though they lost a lot of pieces. I think they take a step back, maybe go like 9 wins, but that's still our biggest threat. Levi pick really hurt us. Yeah, it did, Mike D. It did. And it's going to hurt us until we get his position taken care of. Hashtag F, all of your opinions on why Julian Okwara has not panned out. I'm of the belief that his injury in college held him back. Never had the juice after that. It was Salem 100%. I mean, that could be it. And that's why a lot of people passed on Julian, is because of his injury. And it hasn't panned out. It hasn't turned out to be, a guy that has really stood out. He's been injured. Here is time. Sometimes it just doesn't work out with players. They took a chance. It didn't work out. Now, look, they didn't take a huge risk because it's not like he was a high draft pick. We're talking about round 3. So sometimes you take a risk on round 3, and if it works out, great. If it doesn't, oh well. That's kind of where you're looking at to get something. So I'm not like upset that they drafted him and it didn't work out, or if it's not working out. Since Hooker will be ready for training camp, will he be the number 2 quarterback now? When he is ready, when he is practicing for sure, by week 1, if he starts training camp and he's ready to go in training camp, by week 1 he'll be the number 2. If he's not, as soon as he's ready, he'll be the number 2. Hashtag Lions, is Jahmyr Gibbs looking any good at training camp? Well, we're not in training camp yet, but in OTA's minicamp, he looked outstanding. He's looked like one of the best players on the team. Jahmyr Gibbs is going to be lightning to this offense. I heard Derek Barnes is kicking ass. What have you heard? I heard the same thing. Derek Barnes looked good, and I'm happy for him because he's got to compete with Malcolm Rodriguez. He's got to be able to make this team, and he's got to make an impact because you get Jack Campbell, Malcolm Rodriguez getting a lot of starting time. You know what he's thinking? Oh, crap. My job's on the line. So he's got to hurry it up, and he's doing everything he's got to do to make an impact for sure. Vikings offense seems to be getting older besides their receivers. I wonder how well the defense will come along with Brian Flores. That's an interesting one, Justin Chase. And Brian Flores is the piece that we don't know. We know he's a good defensive coach, but how well will the Vikings defense be? Because they were terrible last year, and it did have to do with a lot of players that were bad. So we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I still think they'll be good. I just don't think they'll be as good as they were last year. Hashtag Smashable. Who is your top fantasy quarterback? Jalen Hurts is my top fantasy quarterback, and I had him last year, and he'll be my top fantasy quarterback this year. Anytime you can get a mobile quarterback that can run and pass, that's how you get your points in fantasy football. 9 Drinks, what's up, my man? What is up, my man? Appreciate you getting in here again. Make sure you guys hit that like button and hit the subscribe button and all of that lovely stuff here, because it does help out for sure. It does. And I'm trying to get you the schedule right now for training camp, the exact dates. And again, it's not showing. It just says it'll take place late in July and early August. So late July, early August is training camp. And the first couple days, I think, is not to fans. And then they open it up after a couple days. Maybe it's after a week. Barnes wasn't a linebacker coming out of college. He was picked because of his talent. This is 3rd year. I feel like he will convince everyone he is the real deal. I hope so, man. I loved him out of the draft. I loved the Lions picking him in the draft, so because he is fast. And so We'll see. It is year 3, and he can come to the challenge, right? The Bald Guys, where's Ant-Man and Mark today? Don't know. I sent out the stuff, so if they come in, they come in. If not, they not. No big deal. Was thunderstorming perfect nap time? Yes, it's rainy here in Holland. F them all. What happens if we have a losing record? Who gets fired? The assistants must as well. If we have a losing record, I think it'd be because the defense sucks, and that'd be Aaron Glenn. I think he would go. I think we're convinced the offense is good. The defense is the question marks, even though the defense looked really good in OTAs and minicamp. But if we have a losing record, I think that's what it is. It would be him. Maybe Washington owners will have some balls and renamed the Redskins again. They'll probably go like the Red Wolves. I like the Wolves. You have 5 pairs last week. Your new sponsor. Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. So you're talking about these guys right here. Yeah, man, I love these glasses. The blue light glass, I actually wear these while I'm working. So because the blue light affects your vision, I try not to wear it all the time when I'm streaming or I'm recording, but when I am doing a lot of work on the computer, that's not that. Generally, I wear it. So yeah, I like these. What rank do you think our offense and defense will be this year? Offense, I'm going to say 2. Defense, I'm going to say 16. 2 and 16. I think the offense takes another jump a little bit, even though we're really good. We're 4. So I think we go to 2. I think the defense takes a significant jump to 16. Yeah, they're very nice. Very nice. And it helps. Like if you guys work on a computer a lot or in a computer, get the blue light glasses. It's so you don't get migraines and stuff, and it does help. There's no way we are losing record unless Goff goes down. Oh yeah, that would be the other reason. If Jared Goff goes down for sure, that would be a losing record. And that would be if Hendon Hooker's not available. I agree with you. That's the only way. Hashtag FGB, do we extend Jared Goff? 50-50 on it. I think they'll wait till after this year. If the Lions win a playoff game, I think they do extend Jared Goff. I think they do, 100%. Do you wear contacts? No, I have perfect vision. I actually had eye surgery done. So I have perfect vision, but my eyes are great. But these are so you don't get headaches when they're on a computer. See, Ant-Man said we have a 4.3 guys on the defense, a 4-3 defense he's talking about. We have a mixture defense. It could be a 4-3 one day, 3-4 other day. It could be a 2-5. Like our defense is not really has the thing right on it. Mike 48ers plucked Hargrave from Philadelphia defensive line, signed CJ Gardner. I believe Eagles take at least a small step back this year. What do you think? They could take a small step back. I mean, you're going to the NFC Championship or you go to the Super Bowl. And if you don't go to the Super Bowl, that's a small step back. They're still a damn good football team. I still got them ranked 1 in the NFC. I think they're the number 2 team in the NFL, right behind the Kansas City Chiefs, as they should be. But they could take a small step for sure. This year, Lions sent a message. They'll be relevant for years to come. Respect. I agree. I think they do send a message. This is where they're relevant for years. I 100% agree, and we're a good team going forward. I don't know what else to say, but that's 100%. Hashtag game 2, Goff goes down and Hooker is fit. What's our record? Oof, if Jared Goff goes down. Oh my goodness, that would be a terror for the Lions season. I say 9 wins if Hooker's good to go. 9 wins. Again, he's still a rookie. Thank you so much. Top 5 Lions players of all time. I love your channel. Thank you so much. Top 5 Lions of all time. Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson, for sure. I love those guys. You could put them in any order, whoever you want to do it. Love Corey Schlesinger. Loved what he did as a Detroit Lion. Herman Moore, for sure. He is my boss. And I did love Matthew Stafford here as a Detroit Lion. I absolutely did. I'm happy that we traded him away and we got Jared Goff, but he's brought me so many good memories, so I got love for him in my heart. I do. See, do you think we could have gotten more for Okudah and Swift? No, I don't think we could have gotten more. I think that's exactly what we would have got is what we got. Pretty much right there. Who do you think will lead the team in tackles this year? I'm going to go with tackles. I'll go with CJ Gardner-Johnson. I think he'll lead the team in tackles because he'll be playing nickel and safety, and he'll probably be utilized all over the defense. I'll go with CJ Gardner-Johnson leading the Lions in tackles. Hashtag FGB. If they extend Jared Goff, so how far out does that put Hooker to be our quarterback? If they extend Jared Goff for 3 years, then Hendon Hooker will be the Jordan Love situation. A Jordan Love situation. They could extend Jared Goff to a 4-year deal, right? But maybe they trade him away after 3 years. I don't know, but it's a good situation, a good problem to have. If the Lions win a playoff game, great. If Jared Goff is not good, then you got Hendon Hooker, great. Either way, it's 2 good situations to be in. This is the San Francisco 49ers situation that I love. I never want to have a quarterback problem. Ever. I want it to always be the position that's you don't have to worry about. Hashtag Lions. I think everyone forgot every other team had a draft this year with the intent to upgrade their team. Too much Kool-Aid drinking is a setup for disappointment. Well, Lisa, it's also not just about the draft. It's also about free agency, and it's also about off-season and moving forward. The Lions were 8 and they won 8 games of the last 10. They had a really good free agency, had a really good draft, plus the players they already have, so the momentum is flying. 32 other teams did have an NFL draft, but teams are in different modes. Lions are going up right now. You got the Minnesota Vikings that are kind of going down right now, right? They let a lot of players go. Then you got the Chicago Bears that were butt cheeks, but they are starting to go in the right direction. You got the Green Bay Packers, whom they had a draft, but doesn't it feel like they're kind of, I won't say on the downturn, but a retool? You got the Houston Texans, who are ass cheeks, who are starting to go up. So it's all different parts of where a team is at this specific year. Hashtag FGB. If Hooker is ready and Goff goes down anytime, I would say we'd have 12 wins, 3 losses, and 2 losses to the refs. Okay. Still, it's going to be difficult. You're going against really good football teams, and a rookie quarterback's still going to have rookie moments. I don't care how good the rookie is. They're all going to have rookie moments. My top 5 is Alex Carr, Matthew Stafford, Chris Spielman, Barry Sanders, and Megatron. Good list right there for sure. Hashtag Smash the Hole. Who do you think stood out in OTAs? Jahmyr Gibbs stood out in a great way. Love what he did there. And he's my biggest standout, in all honesty. I think he's going to make such a big difference for the Detroit Lions.